Hi, this is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your #1 source for real estate advice online. Welcome again to my videos. I just came from a really successful trip to Nevada, Las Vegas, Clark County. I went there for a tax deed sale. I ended up not buying anything, but I learned so much. And I'm going to put all of that into my newest audiobook on tax sale foreclosure investing. So there's a lot of really cool information that you're going to find out from me here. As soon as that book is ready, you can download it. You can also pre-order it by just contacting me at my website, or just send a message to realestate@juliamspencer.com. You can also leave a comment right below this video and I can send you the information. The cool thing that happened, one of the cool things actually at this tax auction, is that I was able to connect with a bunch of tax sale foreclosure investors that have been doing it for much longer than I have. In fact, they've been doing it for decades in all kinds of states, and even before I was born. So one of them, I tracked them down. I actually was there with a student, and by the way, if you buy any of my telephone sessions, that we might very well go to one of the sales together and I can teach you personally. But in this case, I went with one of my students from Arizona, and the two of us were able to hook up with one of these graybeard investors, these investors that have been doing it for a really long time, that have all the knowledge and all the details. And actually this person has written a book on tax sale foreclosure investing in the 80s. That's in the 80s when I was actually still in elementary school. So he has so much knowledge, so much more knowledge than I ever did. And I was able to quiz him, and I have the direct line to him, and I can ask him questions. There's actually really not a single question related to tax sale foreclosure investing now that I cannot answer for you. But the cool thing is, one of the things that he made me aware of, which is what my newest tax sale foreclosure investing audiobook is going to focus on, is on investing in other liens, not just tax liens. So you could have, for example, condo association due liens, and you can also have special assessment tax liens. This is when a county or municipality or a city builds city streets or roads or any kind of other improvements to sewers, and then they take the cost of that and divide it between the homeowners. Then the homeowners can then set up payment plans and stuff to pay it off. The point is that some people don't pay it and never do want to pay it, and that you can then go to those offices and possibly get those liens assigned to you, and you're able to then negotiate paying those liens off in your favor, and then possibly going through the process to obtain the property if the property owner doesn't pay you back within a reasonable amount of time. Now, this is not like taking away properties from owners. It's the same with tax sale foreclosure investing. I am usually very hesitant at purchasing foreclosures of people whose houses are homesteads. I'm talking about tenant-occupied properties, or properties owned by other investors who are just not interested, or abandoned properties, or vacant properties, and properties in really bad shape, those kinds of things. That's kind of what I do. And then we fix them up or we sell them. But anyways, I was downtown today and I was going through all the different offices to try to find information on this special assessment tax office or person that could tell me information where I could get it. And I wasn't very successful. And this is something that you'll have to also realize, that wherever you do your research, you're going to run into roadblocks. People don't want to talk to you. People are also very hesitant to give you information of how you could possibly obtain somebody else's property, because they don't want to look like they're auctioning or giving away people's properties. That looks very bad for government. In fact, the lady that I spoke to today, she was a city official, and she said that they're very careful, and anything related to giving away properties to investors or selling them to investors, even if it's a legitimate sale and it went through the due process, legal steps, and the owners were notified, they just don't like doing that because it looks bad for the city or for the taxing authority that they're actually taking properties away from owners. But in this case, the person could actually not help me because she was not anywhere near the special assessment tax office, and I kind of was walking around in circles today, which I took some time to do that, and that was fine, and it was a great day outside. But the person I spoke to, she was actually with the in fact, I'm gonna have to read this. She was with the Department of Housing. This is something you can check in your city if you have a Department of Housing to see if they have any special programs for first-time home buyers. Now, I knew there was something like that available. However, none of the realtors that I ever spoke to and none of the other investors, they really care about that or talk about it. But since my programs and my audiobooks kind of focus on all areas of real estate investing and also home ownership and landlording and construction, I mean just everything and anything related to real estate, this piqued my interest because I actually have some properties for sale in the city, and it would be great for me to be able to guide potential buyers to a place where they could get some assistance with the financing. And that's exactly what I found. So the lady, she was the lending coordinator. She actually works for the city Department of Housing, and they basically they have these Dream Maker programs, and these are federally funded programs. I didn't know about this, found out today. But basically, first-time homebuyers can apply, and the application process is very simple. They can apply. It's a one form. Actually, that all they have to fill in. They can't be over a specific income range because they make too much. Obviously, they won't get any help. This is just one page to apply, and you can get assistance for down payment and closing costs, depending on what area you're in. So the city is kind of trying to focus on first-time home buyers for certain areas of the city, like revitalization programs, also areas of the city where they're pretty much want to put in new family homeowners, and they're also very specific that you actually have to live there. You can't make it a rental or anything. So they're looking to put homeowners in these houses in specific areas and giving them assistance to do that. So if you apply, this is the coolest thing, you can get from the city a loan, and it's called a loan, but let me tell you this cool thing. You can get a loan for up to anywhere between, I think it was $5,000 to $60,000 for a down payment and or closing costs, and the payments are deferred for 30 years, which means you basically get a down payment and you don't have to pay it until you actually sell the house at all. Now you have to get a secondary loan of financing, and the city works with specific lenders, but that kind of steps over that hurdle that most homeowners have, is to get the down payment and the closing costs up front to be able to close on the home. This is where the city comes in and helps you. It's a really simple process. They'll send out an inspector to make sure the home is safe or meets certain standards. I'm still yet to get the paper to see what actually they inspect. But other than that, it's just one page, and to apply, just a couple of questions. Since they work with certain lenders, the city will send that information to the lender. They talk to each other, they work with each other, and it's very cool. And the good thing about that is if you're a first-time home buyer, you don't know anything about buying a home, this is your first time, and you don't know a lot about credit and how it all works, they actually offer free classes. And you know, I'm going to go to some of these classes. I want to know what they talk about, and I want to know how to go about getting this loan, because although I do not qualify because I'm not a first-time home buyer, but I do want to be able to give that information to the buyers that approach me to purchase my properties. So I got a bunch of business cards for this lady. I'm going to give them to potential buyers for houses that I am going to sell in the future, and I'm going to work very closely with this office because they can help me get buyers approved for my houses, which means I can sell them, and which means that I can make money. So everybody wins. So in any case, since you might not be from Georgia while you're listening to this message, the lady did tell me that this is a federal program. She didn't tell me the maximum of it. I did ask that, okay, how many people do you accept? Because if you run out of money, do you have to stop at a certain time? And she basically said if they're getting close to running out of money, they'll just lower the amount that they can give to everybody. Don't really know how they determine that, but that's what she said. So in any case, you can get assistance with down payment and closing costs to purchase your first home. And I do believe that you can do this in any state, not just Georgia where I live. Would definitely check on that if I was you. Would definitely See who in your area could be helping you with that. Talk to your realtor, talk to your lenders, talk to the Department of Housing for your city or your county, and they're the ones that would have that information. So for more tips like this, go to my website. By the way, I am planning to publish a book on first-time home buying, information for first-time home buyers. It will have information like this in there as well as other stuff. So don't hesitate, go to my website today, juliamspencer.com. It's at the bottom of this video. You can subscribe to my newsletter there. I'll send you all kinds of cool information periodically, not very often. You're not going to get bombarded by emails or anything, but you might get one a week or so. And subscribe there because I also send out coupons and offers for my audiobooks, which are also on my website. And I do still, on a very limited basis though, provide consulting sessions for people that want to get into real estate investing. You can purchase those also on my website. Just go there, juliamspencer.com. Don't delay. Your future is at stake here. And I hope to see you investing or owning your first home very successfully soon. Have a great day.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.